Well. I was chilling on my timeline, enjoying another day, and I saw this image. Lord Knight brought this to us, all right?
Yeah.
So if anybody's like, why are you talking about whatever, the Lord Knight did this.
What did I do?
It's by Tierzu, who many of you...
Okay, I can't claim this though, because this tweet, by the way, this tweet by Tierzu was getting destroyed. Destroyed. They were fucking flaming him. I can't claim it. I've gotten people to delete videos. I claim it's on Chronicles already, but I claim that one, and I claim the fighting game mix-ups, but they get increasingly more crazy. I claim both of those getting taken down. This I can't claim.
It was, what gaming opinion will you defend like this? Now, first of all, responding to something like this is already going to get you in trouble most of the time. And it did. And it was, get good.
What gaming opinion will you defend like this? Eno's broken. Someone posted in general in my Discord, like, the definition of an Eno tourist hater. Like, they were like, oh, Eno's so broken. There's 3 of her in finals. Oh, her super is broken.
Skill issue.
You know, they're just saying a bunch of like tourist Eno hater shit. I was like, bro, I was ahead of the game. I mean, truthfully, I was ahead of the game. John Vitane was ahead of the game. I was ahead of the game. I was brave enough to say Eno was broken when everyone else was like, no, you're hating. So there are gaming opinions that you will defend like that are valid, but this is not one of them.
And it was, get good, learn the game, does not apply when a game's mechanics have warped the metagame to a point where casuals no longer recognize it. Emergent gameplay can be cool, but it's often more of a detriment than anything.
Crazy, like, dude, I'm sure I can't speak for other genres. I can't speak for MOBA people or like shooter people, but like a fighting game player reading this has to be losing their mind, I would say.
To this day, the only devs to recognize this and act accordingly are the Fortnite devs, adding no build mode saved for
this. I didn't know.
Fortnite build is like incredibly cool. Building a castle on someone and twerking all over them with your skills, it's very, very difficult to get good at build while also like tracking people through all of that.
Dude, this shit looks cursed, by the way. This shit looks so cursed.
The only thing I have against it, if there's any mark against it, is that I'm not good at it because I've never practiced it. And he says, well, scratch that, Sakurai also had the smarts to make sure ice skating wasn't the core movement skill.
Someone's mad.
In future Smash titles, this one got a lot of people mad. You can find. No, not that one I actually put time into. That one is good.
Doubling down, I respect though. Can we respect the double down? Fortnite building is cringe. Fortnite build is so ugly. I don't know. I never played it. It looks, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's inevitable if you put that shit in the game, no?
The game that casuals play and the game that people who are using very specific things that take lots of knowledge and skill and time to cultivate and like that kind of stuff, those two players are playing the game at the same time and their matches look very different. If you are new to Fortnite and you're a casual and you don't know how to build, you're not going to be fighting against those people. And at your level, that kind of stuff will not matter to the same extent. You know, neither of you have a complete holistic ability to do most of the things the game requires for you to win. But like, you're both just casually playing, and like, that's just the nature of being new to things, is you choose to invest your time getting good at like each part of the game. You are like really good at this part that you cared to learn right now, and your opponent's really good at this part, which they...
That's kind of... One, this is a good take of where he's kind of going with it, of like if you feel that way, like you're not interacting with the people who are doing those things, you know. I mean, if you're gonna use Smash as an example, like both in the past and now, right? Like in the past, there's no net play, so it's like the only people who do this shit are people who are competitive players. So you'd have to just know somebody. And I never actually, but by the way, like on my own, I never met somebody, right? I decided to go to a tournament, so I found out about it. If I never went to that tournament, I would have never known until like many years later that people played Melee like that. Then in modern days, you know, there's skill-based matchmaking, ideally. So ideally, then you're not even running into those extremes if you're just starting, right? And Guilty Gear has it now, and there's ranked and stuff. So like the game is different at like Iron compared to like Diamond compared to like high elo Vanquisher, right?
To your point that like, yeah, but if you fight someone who's way better than at you, you just get beat up. Games have matchmaking where you fight against people who are
He's over here. Yeah.
The same skill as you. And if you care enough to play ranked in these games to try to like compete in them and improve, you by nature of engaging in something like that need to know that if someone's better than you, you will probably lose. And if someone's worse than you, you will probably win. And if you're truly a casual, the things that are good or powerful or strong or what people are doing at casual levels is very different from the end game optimization where the game becomes no longer recognizable anymore.
So like Wild Assault got removed and I made this chart. And I got a bunch of comments on this, and when I did that, I was like, oh, I mean, I usually do this, but I look at this game differently than many other people. So for easy example, people are like, is Bika not fucked by not having Wild Assault? And I'm like, I barely use Wild Assault to set up tether. Like, I barely do it, so I'm not even thinking about it. It's a small dig, but many RAM players saying they don't need it, and I'm like, there's a lot of you that say you don't need it, and I'm pretty sure almost none of you actually confirm with Dotto. I'm pretty sure. But they say they're fine. So if they say they're fine, they're fine. Or another one's Lucy. Like, people are like, there's no way for Lucy to get a mono wire without blue auto. So I'm like, well, there is. You know, but different skill levels and different players will look at the removal of Wild Assault differently. Just a small example, of course, but yeah.
Where do you draw the line at being casual? Like, if you're a casual and you beat someone else, does that other casual get to call you a sweat? It's like, okay, well,
dude, he said like a generational question. Yeah, when does it end? I remember Max showed a graph for this. Is getting Vanquisher make you not a casual? Some people get Vanquisher and they stop playing ranked. The most common elo to have in Vanquisher is 1500. It ends when you hit ranked. Is it a mindset? Is it a skill level? Yeah, is there a point? I guess it's just goals related. Because we used to have, until like we had a definition, like people were like, what is actually a pro player? Once people started like getting sponsored and stuff, people are like, oh, what is a pro player? Because in the past, like, pro is like you're really good, but once people started getting like becoming professional gamers, like as a job, they're like, okay, so what's pro now? I felt like we had this conversation when it came to beginner tournaments. I know there's the one that's ran in the Sajam Discord of like, if you win the tournament, you can't enter anymore. Yeah, yeah. In fighting games in general, it's hard to generalize when you stop being a casual player. Opinions. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a very, despite the question being so simple, it's an interesting question, no? I did my placement, got placed D3, dropped to gold, never been more disheartened. That's crazy, actually. That's a huge drop, but if you boot up the game and don't care what character you're playing or about the outcome of the match, you're a true casual. Is a gradient from then on. Pro is when your hands start hurting. When you get clean with it, you stop being a casual. I think Sage Jam is wrong, though. I think how games play out at high level actually does matter. Like in League of Legends, the best players don't just rely on deeply complicated mechanical champion mastery. Even in pro league play, Fortnite build, Lee Sin, and no build, Sejuani are both viable. I can't really comment on that, but I think it depends on like the I mean, one, we gotta actually let him talk more about this topic actually first, though. True casuals don't have any real goals about their journey. Just, I think that's probably the best way. No real goals. You just boot up for fun. You truly just boot up for the love of the game, you know?
You can tell.
Yeah, you can tell.
What if someone calls you a tryhard and you're like, actually, I was only giving 40% because giving my all on something is against my ninja code. Casual players may like some of this. When I watch like people who make like insane tech for games, a lot of times they're like not pro players.
This is a long time thing, by the way. This is an internal thing. There was even as far back as like in Melty. I remember there was a player. I'll spare his name, but like, there's a player. He played Nanya. He knew a lot about the game, but he wasn't good at the game. There's always those people. There's always like so many types of people that play. You know, that person can just enjoy knowing that stuff. This is kind of what bothered me about it, dude. Does not get good learning the game does not apply when a game's mechanic has warped the metagame to a point where casuals no longer recognize it. But it shouldn't matter, right? Okay, that was my big problem with the tweet, because my big problem with the tweet is like, and honestly, part of the reason I started doing content originally was because I was like, dude, like, people don't talk about the game for what it actually is. They have an image, but that's not what it actually is. Like 3.0 Wild Assault, right? Like Wild Assault plus Season 2 positive plus Season 2 fast RC equals the demon part of Season 3, right? Those are the game's mechanics where if you look at it and you're like, well, you have this, and this, and if people need an explanation, it's the Wild Assault. It does you take away a lot of bursts on block and on hit, and your wild assault is also hard knockdown, and then also your positive burst, your positive bonus is 8 seconds, and then you have the fast RC meter refund. So you wild assault to break the wall ASAP, and then you just 50-50, you just build meter and refund yourself over and over and over, and 50-50 people over and over and over until you do it again or they die. You know what I mean? That's just using that's the game. It literally should not matter if casuals don't recognize it, because if that's the game, that's the game. He mentions wave dash, and we know wave dashing is not a bug. We know, everyone knows that wave dashing is not a bug, right?
The idea that like games need to devolve, peel back, and simplify themselves so that people don't chase or reach the ultimate like end goals of optimization to satisfy casuals is just
so stupid.
Silly. Like,
yeah,
the highest level of play.
It's so stupid. Frankly, it's stupid. I think it's stupid. I think if Tirzu played Guilty Gear, he'd think I'm a fucking psycho because of all the shit. Because of all the shit that I'm doing.
They're eking out like every bit of optimization that they can, and at casual levels of play, they are not.
If a more casual player can watch a tournament match and still understand what's going on, yes, it does. But then also, that's what commentary's for.
You know, when you like watch someone hit some sick combo in a fighting game and you're like, dude, that was awesome. I want to go try to do something like that.
Think about this, right? You can just open up, you can watch like Zane stream, or you can watch like, I don't know, Cody Schwab stream or something like that, right? You can watch the best players whenever you want, and there's tournaments all the time with the best players all the time, and they're always trying to put like the good high-level matches on, right? Let's say you played Melee, let's say you're a millennial, you played Melee, and for some reason you just never saw it until like modern days. So you're like, there's a tournament, and you watch it, you go, oh shit, they're doing all this crazy shit. I've never seen this before. It's so crazy. And like, it looks so cool and fast, right? Okay, I told my story about my first video game tournament where I played Melee instead of Halo. But the big thing was that I didn't actually watch any high-level players. I didn't want, because no one really knew who I was. They're just like, yeah, go play over there or whatever. And I lose my first game, and I win my second game, and lose my third game. So I'm playing people who can like shuffle and like wave dash and shit, but they're doing it terribly. So I'm fighting them fine without doing the shit. And I'm like, dude, what is even the point of this shit that like they post about online? This shit sucks. Like, what the fuck? Like, what is the point? I learn it, but like begrudgingly, and I legit don't get the point for like a month until I actually go play somebody. Like, there's somebody who has like a gathering, a Smash Fest nearby, and when I go there and play with them, I go, oh fuck. I'm like, oh my god, what? Then that so it's a whole month after. I that must be so uncommon these days, because you can just see. I mean, it's good though. It's not that it's bad. It's just like the mystery is like, there's not so much mystery, you know.
In fighting game, some people think that if you like to play Zangief, you're really stupid, and like the fact that you would enjoy such a character makes you dumb. Whereas other people play a character like Dalsum because you don't have the skill or capability to play the game near another person, and all you can do is run.
He's reading some shit I sent him. His description of Dalsum is what I say about Axel. What a reply, dude. What a reply, actually. What a reply.
Exile. And I saw like how you had to do something.
Do you think no words actually hits harder? Dude, people quote tweeted the fuck out of this guy, but does this not hit a lot harder? Of like, dude, it's just like, good video. Good video. I was wondering if I was actually gonna do like a reacting to Twitter for that, because I was like, dude, I remember reading that and I was like, when you say some dumb shit though, you gotta hold that, bruh. One of the reasons I started doing YouTube content was because I would like in Dragon Ball, for example, I would see people talking about like, oh, you can't play tall characters, or like the game needs push block, all this shit. And I'm like, dude, do people like not know what the game is? And that was like a huge motivation for me to start doing content.